Hi everyone, I'm Becky,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about By the Book by Amanda Sellet, I want to say, which I actually think I managed to get off of NetGalley and Edelweiss.
I did too, and I felt so bad, but like I couldn't get it on Edelweiss first, and then I was able to get it on NetGalley, but you can't like unrequest something on Edelweiss.
Right.
So I'd already put out the request, and so there was really nothing I could do about it at that point.
Well, because usually they don't give it to you on both. So I requested it on Edelweiss and I didn't hear anything. And then I was in NetGalley and I requested it. And then they auto approved me for like the whole publisher on NetGalley, which was awesome. Thank you. And then like 3 weeks later, they then approved me on Edelweiss. And I was like, oh, so thank you. I can never say the name of the publisher. It's Hoflin.
Mifflin Harcourt.
Hofmith. Thank you. We appreciate you. So yes, this book is called By the Book, and it is about Mary Porter Malcolm, and her parents are very, very academic. They're professors at like a liberal arts college, and she has spent her whole life going to a small private school that was funded through a grant at the university. And then right before she's turning 16, so that's what, your sophomore year? They lose the grant, and they're like, guess what? Starting next week, you're going to public school because we didn't really want to argue with you, so we didn't tell you about this when everybody knew 4 months ago. So she goes to public school, her first day of public school. The only friend she had at the other school basically is like, I don't want to deal with you anymore. Bye-bye. And so she's alone, and she happens to be hanging out at a bookstore that evening, and she sees this group of popular girls come in, and they're talking about this boy who Mary had seen at school, who she assumed was a scoundrel, and she kind of like warned them off, and these girls really like her. And so she starts giving them life lessons based off of classic literature. And the boy named Alex Ritter interacts with Mary, even though she thinks he's a scoundrel, and like emotions kind of develop and romantic hijinks ensue. That's basically it, right?
Yeah.
So I liked this book better than Sarah.
So I feel like I have to be honest because that's what we're all about. I kept falling asleep when I was reading this book, and so I didn't finish it in time.
Well, I
And
didn't
I'm
have that
sorry.
problem. So my thing is, I feel like the description didn't completely match what the book we got. Um, and the book is told through Mary's first person. And it's like they were trying to make her sound like a Jane Austen character. And it just, like, I didn't buy it. Like, I liked the book. Sarah did not, but I liked the book. I thought there were parts of it that were cute. I thought there were parts of it that were funny. I liked Alex, but I was just like, every time her narrative voice just, I'm like, I don't buy it. I don't care how sheltered you weren't going to talk like that.
Yeah, her narrative voice was off-putting, and it was hard to connect with her because of that. Like, it just, why are you talking like that? And like, I get why, but I think that in order to reach the reader, you need to tell it from third person, and your character can have that kind of dialogue, but you cannot have a whole book that is told from that perspective because you just can't, like, you can't live in that way, and not in like a YA rom-com world having all of the large vocabulary words that I know what you're saying. There's just a more kind of
Contemporary. You can make it more contemporary.
contemporary, but a more like reachable way to say it. Like, nobody's talking like that, and even if you're sheltered to that point, you're still not going to be talking like
Well, but none of the siblings talked like that. She had 4 siblings, and none of them talked like that. So, like, yes, her parents kind of talked like that, but I'm just like, I mean, and she was reading books from all different. She was reading like Austen, but she was also reading like Wilkie Collins, and she was reading stuff from the 50s. So the dialects weren't all that. Yeah, so that didn't make sense. And like, she's interacting with the world.
that. And I didn't like any of the characters, and maybe I didn't get to know them enough because I got like over halfway through this book. Like, I have maybe 30 minutes left in the, like, to finish the book, so I'm nearly finished with it. but like I don't like any of the characters. I'm not connecting with any of the characters. And yeah, Alex is maybe the best character in this whole book, but he is untrustworthy throughout most of it, that like it's just hard to connect to him.
See, and I didn't have that, but like from the very beginning, I was like, oh, she's writing a Darcy.
Well, I mean, and you can see that, like, you know that that's what's coming.
Right.
But like, I didn't like him because it's being told through the main character's voice, and she doesn't trust him for so much of the book that you're not trusting him as well.
I didn't have that problem, like, and I didn't dislike any of the characters, but you're right, like, there's no, like, deep connection. Like, I thought the book was perfectly fine. I think Alex had the potential to be great, but she doesn't interact with Alex that much. For this boy that's, like, affecting her life greatly, they interact, like, 4 or 5 times. And I know I told you this earlier, but every time I read it, it was Alex Ritter. I would read it, Alex Rider. Wait, no. Every time. And I'm sorry, but like that's like a big YA series.
No, I just got to a point where I'm like, I just need you to stop talking right now. I just need to walk away.
See, and like I said, I liked it. I liked it for what it was. Like, I didn't think it was like groundbreaking. It wasn't the book I thought I was going to get.
Definitely not. And well, I feel bad because I know that the author has put a lot of time and energy into this, and I'm sure there are readers out there that will super enjoy this. I just don't think it didn't work for me. I know that it didn't work for me. I know that it was definitely the tone of voice that it was told, like the tone. The author's or the main character's voice is, I think, what made everything so difficult. And because I didn't like it so much, it was hard to enjoy the rest of the book.
Well, and I have to wonder if the average, like, because this isn't an older teen book. This is like 13, 14, 15-year-old at the oldest. I don't know how they're going to respond to it.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I thought it was kind of cute and it was fun. Honestly, if it was a movie, I would have thought it was hilarious. But I had read most of the books she's talking about. Like, I knew what she was talking about. And when I was her age, I was obsessed with the book Room with a View. I read it like 10 times.
Yeah. So I guess the concept was interesting. I mean, you've seen it done before where you're creating this binder of like all of the scoundrels in literature and trying to figure out how to avoid them. And it's just, I've just seen it done so many other times and ways, and it didn't seem fresh enough to hold my interest, paired with the main character's voice, that it just, I don't know. And I feel bad saying it, but like this book was a struggle for me.
So we should rate it. Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. If we go down to 2 unicorns, if we don't like it, it's a horse.
I'm at the 2 unicorns. I mean, she wrote a book, and this is her first book, and I don't necessarily know if I want to read any more by her, but who knows? Maybe she'll grow, and maybe that will change.
I'm at a 3. I liked the premise better than what I got, but I thought there was some cute, and I thought there was a glimmer of something good, and I probably would read more by her. But again, this wasn't really what I expected, but that is where we are on Buy the Book. See you around.
All right, see you around.
Bye.